Hello, this is how to do numbers 6, 7, and 8. So in all of these problems, you'll actually notice that we've got an if-else inside a larger if statement. So I'm going to actually draw a little highlight around the if, and then inside it is an if-else statement. Now you'll notice that the if doesn't really have braces this time, but if there's no braces, you can assume that the very first line is the only thing that's going to go inside the if. So it's almost like you're assuming that if there's no braces, braces only go around the first line, like this. For the sake of just neatness, I'm going to erase those, but you can absolutely feel free to draw those as you are doing the problem. But right now, I'm just going to say, like, okay, now we know if the go times equals 3 goes in the if because there's no braces, and that's the first statement. Go equals go plus 5 goes inside the else because there's no braces, and we're just taking the first statement. So this is what's happening. If num is greater than or equal to 12, we will execute the if else and choose either num is greater than 7 or the else statement. And then all the time, we will actually execute go minus equals 4 because it's outside the statement. So let's go ahead and do a few of these problems. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the first one, which is number 6 should 10. So now, because that's 10, 10 gets fed in as the parameter, so that's going to be the value of num. Now, because num is 10, we look, okay, 10 is less than or equal to 12, check. So we do have to choose between the if and the else. So in this case, we'll go ahead and say, okay, is num greater than 7? Since it is, we are actually going to go ahead and choose go times equals 3. So go is 1, so now it's the value of 3, because times equals 3. Now, because this is outside the if statement, we will always do go minus equals 4. So now we just subtract 4, and now that's negative 1. And since we return go, we're returning the value of go, which is negative 1, and that's what gets returned. For number 7, it's pretty much the same thing, except we're doing, it should 17, so we're plugging in 17 to the parentheses, and that's our new value of num. So in this case, 17, it's not less than or equal to 12, so this is false. So because that's false, we don't even look at the if statements, the if-else statement at all. So all we do is, since go is 1, we just subtract 4. So we do 1 minus 4, which is negative 3. And that's, since we're returning go, that's what's going to end up being returned. I'm having trouble writing the 3, but I'll fix that. And right there. Okay, so that's what gets returned. Finally, for number 8, this is pretty similar. We're doing should 5, so that means that num has the value 5. So in this case, since num is 5, this is less than or equal to 12, so check. Now we do the if-else statement. So if num is greater than 7, well, since that's false, we don't do that one. So we go to the else, and we do go equals go plus 5. So go started at the value of 1, and now we're just going to increase that by 5, so now it's 6. Finally, go minus equals 4, so it is now 6 minus 4, which is 2. And since we're returning go, we will return the value of 2. Let me double check my answers to make sure they're right, and they are. So that's how to do number 6, 7, and 8.